4:30. 4:30. I'm pulling out of my driveway at 4:30. 4:30. Come on, turn to 4:31. 4:31. Must be a good day. Good morning, my wonderful world. So, a little origin story day. I was in 7th grade, Mr. Engel, LaPorte Junior High, for all my LPers out there. I was taking drafting class. I had a natural tendency to draw. And so in class, Mr. Engel was cool. Really, really cool. He's the reason I do paper crafts and a lot of other things. He had a big influence on me. And so one day in class, well, no, actually, I got to go back to my uncle. My uncle, he builds houses. All three of my uncles. And so I was in 7th grade. My uncle says, hey, why don't you ask your teacher if he'll let you draw a set of house plans for me, the next house he builds over there in Shore Acres. He goes, see if he'll let you draw it as like a special assignment, something different. I was like, yeah, sure, okay. And he'd given me what we call, the butter sketch or the napkin sketch of the dream home. It wasn't his first home. He's built several. And so I was like, yeah, sure, Mr. Engel, can I draw this set of house plans? He got fired up. And man, that made a huge impact on me. He's like, yeah, let's do it. So the whole class got involved. We'd all stand around the tables, and I'd end up drawing this thing. It took about a month. I didn't know about elevations, electrical plans, schematics, sections, all the stuff I do every day. So when I got done, I took it to my uncle. Back in the day, you used blueprint machines. They stunk like ammonia. I take 2 sets of blueprints to him. Here you go, Uncle. Uncle Dan. I've got Uncle Milton, Uncle Paul, and Uncle Dan. So I go, here you go, Uncle Dan. And he started to lean over. He was sitting on the couch. I thought, oh man, I'm going to get paid. And no, I did not get paid. He reached in his wallet. I think he pulled out $35, handed it to me. He says, okay, get on your bike, go down and get the permit. I was like, okay. So I jumped on my Huffy. I rode down to the little city hall, which was up on pilings there in Shore Acres, on Shore Acres Boulevard back in the day. Walked in, you just filled in the form, gave them the money, and they handed you a building permit. And that was how it was back then. And you had to answer questions like, how many bathrooms, how many bedrooms, is there, what's the square footage? Everything I knew, because I was the guy who drew it. So it was no big deal to fill it in and do it. And so that's why I pulled my very first building permit with my own set of blueprints at the age of 14. And here's the crazy thing, it took like 25, 30 years for me to realize that's a weird story. Most 14-year-old boys do not draw a set of house plans. Now, behind the scenes story there, Uncle Dan, you always like to bust my chops because I forgot to put a front door in on the whole house. Because there was like a little closet, entry closet, and it kind of closed things off, but 14, what am I gonna do, right? I'll talk about my other uncles later. But Uncle Milton, he was the extravagant one. Taught me to be, put some sparkle in anything you do. Build on the water, make it stand out, make it pop, make people talk about it a little bit, become remarkable, as Seth would say. And then Uncle Milton, or my Uncle Paul, super engineer, over-engineer everything, make sure it stand up forever, make sure it lasts a million years. And so all three had some extremes. Uncle Dan, he's obviously my efficiency one, and that's what I'm doing right now with the bungalow series and some of this fun projects where they're hyper economical, no trash in the bin. That's where I learned and where I got started, one of my origin stories. All right, that's it for Walk to the Door. A rather calm, subtle walk to the door. Talk to y'all later, bye. What you doing there, Martin? Ha ha ha.